We are continuing to follow breaking news at 11 o'clock after the South Carolina Supreme Court ruled that Alex Murdaugh is eligible for a new trial. The unanimous opinion was issued this morning.
Back in 2023, for 6 weeks, the eyes of the nation focused on Colleton County, where the state prosecuted the notorious former attorney for the 2021 murders of his wife Maggie and son Paul.
Alex Murdaugh was indicted on 2 counts of murder in connection with their deaths in July of 2022. He pleaded not guilty that same month. And then in January 2023, Murdaugh's murder trial began in Colleton County. Jurors returned guilty verdicts in March. That same month, he was sentenced to life in prison.
In February this year, the state Supreme Court heard oral arguments for Murdaugh's appeal of his double murder conviction. Murdaugh's lawyers argued the clerk of court, Becky Hill, tampered with the jury and that the judge mistakenly allowed Murdaugh's financial crimes to be discussed in the trial. Our Nate Stanley has been following this case for years now.
And he reports now from Columbia, where State Attorney General Alan Wilson and State Prosecutor Creighton Waters held a news conference this afternoon.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson says that he wants to see a speedy retrial process. Optimistically, he's hoping that this will be back in the courtroom by the end of the calendar year. He also says that he expects the trial will happen in the same courtroom as the original trial. However, that's something that experts say likely won't happen.
These things are not 2 + 2 = 4, and we did our job. We still believe that the case should have been affirmed, but we recognize the court's reversal, and now we're going to go do it again.
Head prosecutor Creighton Waters says the team that convicted Alex Murdaugh of murdering his wife and son are preparing to do it again. The South Carolina Supreme Court overturned the double murder conviction Wednesday morning, citing comments made by Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill. Jurors reported that she suggested they shouldn't trust Murdaugh's testimony, something the Supreme Court says resulted in an unfair trial.
Certainly that was not an issue that we were hoping for and expecting, and unfortunately that was the one where the Supreme Court hung its hat.
In a statement sent to WIFF, Alex Murdaugh's lawyers said in part, "The Supreme Court's decision today affirms that the rule of law remains strong in South Carolina. The court found that Becky Hill's conduct during the trial attacked Alex Murdaugh's credibility and his defense. The court rightly described her conduct as breathtaking, disgraceful, and unprecedented in South Carolina." Although the timeline remains uncertain, former prosecutor Brandy Hinton says one of the biggest issues the case will face is finding jurors who aren't familiar with Alex Murdaugh.
And that becomes more difficult because at the end of the day, it is difficult to get people in a jury pool. It's difficult to get people to show up. There's so many exemptions. So to get a large enough pool to be able to narrow that down and pull from is logistically a lot of work on both the clerk's office that will handle it.
The appeal process has also started for the South Carolina Attorney General's office. Alan Wilson says that they have about 2 weeks to file an appeal here at the South Carolina Supreme Court. He says they have about 60 to 90 days to file an appeal with the United States Supreme Court. And one thing that we'll note is that Murdaugh did plead guilty to multiple financial crimes that sentenced him to 20 years for state charges and then 40 years for federal charges. So even if he's found not guilty of the double murder, he will still be facing decades and serving decades in prison. Reporting in Columbia, Nate Stanley, WIFF News 4.
Nate, thank you. To further break down those financial crimes, Alex Murdaugh is still serving a 40-year federal sentence after pleading guilty to stealing about $12 million from his clients. He's also serving a concurrent 27-year sentence after pleading guilty in a state financial crimes case.
Tomorrow on the Today Show, the Murdaugh legal team will be live in Studio 1A for an exclusive interview with Craig Melvin. Defense attorneys Dick Harpootlian and Jim Griffin will talk about the ruling and what comes next for their client. You can see that exclusive interview tomorrow morning on Today, right here on WIFF 4. And as we learn more about the decision to overturn the murder convictions, we will update you on air and on WIFF4.com.